Morning. Hello. Looks like we're live everywhere. And this week we're bringing back YouTube. Let's see if I can get the frame right. It's been a minute. Thank you for your patience. But I was having tech issues, but now it looks like everything's corrected. Welcome to our practice. Let's begin with Aphrodite. I love how in the prayer that is the Sibylline prayer for hymn to Aphrodite, that it talks about how married women yearly come to praise Aphrodite in Kypros. And it feels like a lot of times culturally in the West, we have this idea of Aphrodite being Aphrodite, being about manifesting or attracting or bringing in love, which is true. She does, but she also sustains, supports, and nourishes existing love. So it's not just about getting new love into your life. It's also about sustaining the love you have. And I like how it says, where married women yearly come to praise you. And I feel like, in the month of April every year, that is the month when I give thanks to Aphrodite for all the love that's already in my life. So with that spirit today, let's sing the hymn to Aphrodite and do the Sibylline prayer and thank her for all the love we currently have in our lives, not just what we wish to manifest or what we desire, but what we have. Aphrodite of the sea, friend of dove and sacred bee, queen of sensuality, lay your blessings upon me, that I may walk in love and beauty. Aphrodite of the sea, friend of dove and sacred bee, queen of sensuality, lay your blessings upon me, that I may walk in love and beauty. Aphrodite of the sea, friend of dove and sacred bee, queen of sensuality, lay your blessings upon me, that I may walk in love and beauty. Hail, Aphrodite. All the love we have, all the love we have to give, all the love in our lives in its many forms. Ethereal, illustrious, laughing queen, born of the sea and lover of the night, mother of longing, all connecting, who joins the world in harmony. All things spring from you, O divine power. The triple fates are ruled by your decree. All the works of craft and love yield to your hand. With a smile, O Aphrodite, you sway the all-encircling heavens, the fruitful earth and the storming oceans. All obey you, all are awed by you. Companion of the brumal god, beautiful goddess of marriage, mother of love, lover of the banquet, source of persuasion who grants secret favors. illustrious born, seen and unseen, gentle lover, Lupercal, who smiles upon mortals, prolific, most desired life giver, kind goddess, wielder of the scepter of all the immortals, you bind every tribe, you bind mortals and every tribe of beasts in mad chains of mad, in magic chains of mad desire. Come, lovely Cyprian, and bless these rites, whether radiant in the heavens or presiding in the temples of Syria, guiding your golden chariot over the sacred floods of Egypt, or dancing on the azure shores by billowing seas with circling choirs of mortals and beauteous nymphs with cerulean eyes, or riding out along the dusty banks renowned of old, or if in Cyprus with your fair mother, where married women yearly come to praise you, and the pure virgins sing hymns to you and to Adonis. Come, divine union, for you I call with holy, reverent mind. By the end of the month, I'll have it completely rememorized. Every day, just chipping away a little more to keep my mind sharp. And let's have our card. The deck we're using this month is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. It's a really lovely deck. Beautiful art, very evocative. Sanctuary is our card today. Sanctuary. A vintage goddess sits peacefully in quiet reflection beneath the arches of her sacred temple. Subtle shades of green represent the harmony found in forests and fields. A lone peacock stands atop a stone pillar. These auspicious birds of protection and watchfulness are said to be symbols of the heavens and eyes of the stars, as depicted on their cascading tail feathers. Early belief held that a pair of peacocks guarded the gates of paradise. Our goddess Muse wears a dress made from similar plumage. And you can see it in the card. She's wearing a peacock dress. A beautiful jay flies into the foreground, its loyal and protective nature a fitting presence. For some, the first experience of communion, celebration, and sanctuary begins in the safety and security of the family home. But as we grow, our perception of sanctuary evolves according to how we relate to the world and its ever-quickening pace. In contrast to seeking escape, the renewing balm of sanctuary helps us find sustenance and rejuvenate from within while allowing us to simply be in the present moment. Your personal idea of sanctuary may manifest in the form of a special place, in your spiritual beliefs, or in the inner refuge of prayer and meditation. Whatever your preference, the appearance of this card speaks to its relevance for your life at this moment. Cultivate a little distance from an issue by nourishing your spiritual resources in the safety of your private oasis. Viewing life from a renewed sense of perspective will help you arrive at more attuned choices for the future. I feel like this card is definitely for me. I don't know when I'm going to get to have this sanctuary that I really need, because I'm working constantly. And it's been really hard, really hard to be constantly working for so long, for so many years. to work 7 days a week for the better part of 15 to 20 years now is very, very stressful on my body, on my mind, and on my spirit. But I do it because I feel like the alternative of going and sitting in an office somewhere working for some corporation or organization would be, and I know from experience, is detrimental to my well being too. I'm definitely not meant to be a caged bird. Like in the card, I'm meant to fly like that blue jay. But then that means constant work. So, and also I hold a lot of space for other people. And so on any given day, it I might make the intention that I'm going to have time alone for myself, but whether that actually happens or whether something kind of takes priority over that is a whole other story. On any given day, there are people bringing crises to my doorstep. And sometimes there's nothing I can do, and all I can do is just hold space, listen, let them talk, offer support. But other times I actually do have to do something. And so, in comparison to, well, I wanted a day of rest, but so and so's family member just died, or I wanted a day of rest, but so and so is being evicted from their apartment, or I wanted a day to rest, but someone now had a pet emergency and needs support, or needs a ride, or needs something like that, is I can't, I don't, it's hard for me to conceive of saying no when to say yes to my own leisure when someone else is suffering. And just yesterday, I was talking to Lama on the phone, and she was telling me a funny thing that had come up for her. And she was saying, like, even after 50 years in the Dharma, sometimes she still finds herself presented with those conundrums of, well, do I do this for my comfort, or do I do this for someone else's well-being? And it's very clear in the Dharma what the teachings say. They're very unambiguous. The teachings say, don't sacrifice someone else's well-being for your comfort. Be clear that you are going to give someone else what they need before you pay attention to your own comfort. It's not saying ignore your basic needs, like don't eat food, give it to someone else, although that would also be, pretty miraculous if you found that in yourself to do that, to be like, to find a way to share with somebody who had less, even if you also didn't have much. But it's different when it's like basic needs versus comfort. Our basic needs keep us going so that we have more to give in the world, not so much to make it so that we're focused on our comfort. And it's such a hard one because everything in our culture points to paying attention to one's own comfort rather than paying attention to what one is doing for the benefit of others. So, finding sanctuary doesn't mean ignoring the reality of the world, but it does mean acknowledging that there are times when we have to go within so that we can have more to give, so that we can have more to share, so that we can actually be of benefit to others. And if our capacity to be there for others is stressed or strained, maybe that is a time to cultivate some space for sanctuary. So that is our short bit for today, if that's what you were here for. Over the weekend, let's all try to find a little bit more sanctuary and a little bit of space to rejuvenate but with not so much the intention that it's for us, with the intention instead that it's for our ability to be there for others who are in greater need than we are. And that is all. Let's now start Guanyin practice with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention today, holding everybody who's feeling depleted, exhausted, worn out, and in need of sanctuary. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahum. 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 Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa as we offer to Guan Yin our real hearts. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. And the brief wind horse practice of Tara. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddha's noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtang and Wind Horse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may long life, good health, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume choksum chidang chitsunma galyum pakma drome jintu yi daki tsetso paljornyan raknam yarnu dadang yarji soshindu kepar kache wangtang lungta nam nyampa sushin chetu gyawalang Chije likpe lamdu drowa dang sering nime de dang den yurshi. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddhas, noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtong, and Wind Horse be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may long life, good health, peace, and happiness be ours. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum as we send out the merit of this practice to all of those who need it more than we do, who need life force energy more than we do, who need spaciousness and support even more than we do. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Swasti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher, and wishing everyone a really good day. Yes, exactly. Jessai says, sometimes practice is that little bit of time we have carved out for ourselves. Thank you for leading us all in this beautiful time of spaciousness that sets sanctuary for our inner well-being of the day. Oh, thank you, Jessai. I'm glad you're here. And I hope everyone has a great weekend and that you find some sanctuary for yourself too. And I'll be back on Monday. Bye-bye now.